Party.
It's been
Okay.
a lot of information.
So I'm just gonna ask the primary insurance here what information we've collected so far. Okay.
Alright, so what I've gathered so far is that he had a traumatic brain injury when he was 10 years old. That was in '94.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, he suffered 7 car accidents due to the blindness in his left eye.
That was when I was younger, though. I haven't been hit by a car in a long time. But
But were you driving at the time with those accidents?
oh no, I was a minor.
Walking into
Oh, okay.
I was a minor. I wasn't used
Okay.
to when I got hit by a 10 or a 2-ton log. I had a traumatic brain injury. Well, my brain didn't allow me to remember to look to my left because I'm blind. I ended up getting blind
In your left eye.
from the accident, getting hit by a 2-ton log. So I didn't remember to look to my left because I wasn't used to being blind. So I ended up going when I got by the road. I looked to the right, but I didn't look to the left.
That makes sense.
So I had to learn to look both ways.
Right, right.
And for the longest time, one time I went across the road and looked to my left, and a lady in a white car hit me and ran me completely over. It saw on. I stood up. She had her head on the steering wheel. She's like, oh, and she was crying. Well, I went to knock on the window. She saw, oh, lifted me about 10 feet up there. I thought I killed you. I was like, I'm a little shook up, but she ran me completely. Not a scratch on me, but.
Okay, that's good.
I mean, every car accident has been like that. Like hit by a Mack truck, they didn't e-brake, and ran me completely over going 70 miles an hour. And I went flying in the air and didn't have a scratch on me. I'm like, dang, brushing it off. What the heck?
Wow. Okay.
So
Okay.
anyway, most recently on 5/17, he was staying with his brother, and his brother asked him to leave, and so he went to a bar, and he was sitting at the bar, and the bartender called the police, and the police approached him from his right side, and he turned, and he said, or they told me that the police grabbed him, threw him to the floor, and he suffered some further head injury to his left eye, right shoulder, and left elbow. And so that's why he's here today. After that, he went to the hospital, and we haven't really gotten to that part of the history.
And then are you guys family
part
members?
from him, actually.
or-
So
This is
I can pick up.
Anne Eng, and I'm Mary Eng. I spoke to Benjamin, and then we've become basically his care advocates, and my mother's his administrative payee, and we're trying to legally and medically advocate for him.
And he wants us to be present.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Where's it?
Oh yeah.
So their goal is just to help him and advocate for him and keep him out of the psych institute.
Well, they only held me for a couple days, but it was just the way they did it. I volunteered. They're like, well, you want to volunteer? And they took me in and volunteered the first time, but yet they got me in this room, and I'm like, wait a minute, what's this camera? And then cops and everybody surrounded the door.